Where did you and Billy, the great Academy Award winner, meet? And why do you think your relationship, your marriage, has endured for so long when so many high-profile Hollywood marriages, unfortunately, last a short time?
That's going to be my favorite question, but I'm going to go back for one second about swear words. Because, swear words are very much a part of the movie culture. And, it's like saying you just are passionate, and it's part of the culture. But when I left the movie industry and I went into the nonprofit world, the first time I said the word shit, people looked at me like I was the most terrible person in the entire world, and they almost threw me out of the meeting. So I learned that language is part of culture. So at a regents meeting, I never swear. And in my new life, I almost rarely swear, because it's not part of the culture. And so words are part of whatever group you're part of.
We're very lucky today to witness this, Sherry. Thank you for the treat.
So let me answer your question, because it is my favorite thing. When I met my husband, I was 46 years old, and I had been single for 20 years. And I'm not saying I hadn't been in love. I'm not saying that I hadn't had relationships, because of course I had. But with everybody that I was with, and this is not against them, it was always like I felt a loss of myself. They either wanted me to stop working, or they didn't like the way I did something, or it was always a loss. I never felt that 1 + 1 = 5. I barely felt it equaled 2. And it's not a criticism at all. So even though I experienced love, I never experienced somebody that I wanted to spend the rest of my life with. When I met my husband, he's the first person in my life, perhaps going all the way back to my father, who offered me unconditional love. He didn't want to change anything about me. He was proud of me. He wasn't threatened by my work. And so in many ways, very quickly, he was my best friend and my best lover, all in one. And I never really had, honestly, I could get very emotional, except now it's been 26 years, so I'm used to it, I'd never experienced that. And so for the first time in 20 years, I actually thought of getting married. And throughout our marriage, I think, I'm not saying we don't have fights, I'm not saying every day is perfect, please, it's two human beings, both of whom are very strong-willed, but I always have, from Billy, and I'm not as good at giving it back, I have to be honest, I'm much more critical, like, why are you wearing that outfit? Don't you think you should change your shoes, whatever, those silly things that I probably do that are so stupid. But no matter what, I always feel with Billy that I have unconditional love. And I always feel that he'll be there, no matter what happens, good or bad. And so throughout my career, one of the reasons, among many, that I wasn't frightened was because I always had a safe place to go. I always had a place that, no matter what happened, you have a wave of success, you have a wave of failure, somebody who would be there along with my children who didn't care, and who that wasn't the basis of our relationship. So why does it last? I hope he feels the same for me. So we go like any couple through ups and downs, but nothing serious up and down. There are no deal breakers. There's the normal squabbles that people have. There's the normal, oh, I wish you didn't do that, or how could you have said that, or, whatever people go, or I want to go to this dinner party, you don't want to go, that kind of stuff, which is constant. My husband would love never to go out if he couldn't do it. And so every woman nods, so I think it's a common problem. But I think we feel that we're partners, and that we wish only the best for each other, and we will be there no matter what happens to the other person, in sickness and in health, as corny as that sounds, in the good times and the bad. And so it lasts because the outside world really doesn't exist, and it's just noise, and what exists is what we have together.
Wonderful, really wonderful.